Right, so we're going to start standing, moving our bodies this morning. We're going to start with doing some hip hinges. Okay, so hands can come to the hips here. You're straight from the side, feet are about shoulder width apart, and then all we're doing is we're shifting those hips back. Nice gentle stretch in the hamstrings, and then I want you to come back up. Again, trying to keep the shoulder blades back. The chest is tall, back is straight here. And all we're doing is shifting forwards and back. So we're stretching out those glutes, those hamstrings, the big muscles of the legs. Also keep that core pulled all the way in here. Again, if it feels good, you can hold it at the bottom. A little deeper stretch. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, I want you to put your hands like you have back pockets. Okay, so elbows will shoot directly behind you. Keep those feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to do a gentle back extension. So I want you to lean back, push those hips forward. Again, nothing forced, kind of going into your own comfort level, squeezing that lower back, pushing that core forwards. You can hold it, or you can kind of move in and out. So coming back to standing. Shifting those hips forward. Again, relaxing the shoulders down, pulling those hips forward. Again, you can hold it, or you can move. Stretching our torso and our core here. Nice, big, gentle stretch. And then we're going to do one more hip hinge. So shifting those hips back. Coming right back up here. Last extension here, hands in the back pockets. Shift those hips forward. Coming back. Shake it out if you want. Now we're going to do a toe touch. However, we're going to take our time, and I want you to bend your entire spine, okay? So what I like to say here, hands will come to the thighs, and then I want you to tuck the chin to the chest. And I want you to roll those fingers, slide those fingers all the way down, thighs to the knees. Gently let that spine bend here. Again, nothing forced. Take your time, going all the way down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. And then when you get to those toes, I want you to hold it or as far down as you can go here. Knees can be bent or they can be straight, your choice. Nice, gentle hamstring stretch again. And then same thing on the way back up. I want you to take your time. So slowly rising. Again, keeping that chin tucked to the chest here. Rounding up vertebrae by vertebrae, stacking them back on top of each other here. All the way back up. Nice big shoulder rolls at the top. We're going to do that one more time here. So hands back on the thighs. Gently, slowly, take your time here, roll. Stretching out that neck, the upper back. Lower back as we get lower. Again, take your time. And then when you're at the bottom of the stretch, we're just going to hold it. So relax the head, relax the belly, relax the shoulders, kind of let those arms just hang there. And then when you're ready, slowly tucking the chin to the chest, rolling that vertebrae back to our neutral spine here, and all the way back up, rolling those shoulders at the top. All right, hands can come beside you here. We're going to do some torso circles. So we're going to try our hardest to keep our hips stable, and we're only going to move our upper body. Okay, so we're going to start with that hinge. So from the side here, we're going to hinge forward, shift those hips back, and then I want you to move to the left, and then move to the back, back extension here. Move to the right, and then back to that hip hinge. I want you to go through every single angle here, trying to keep the hips in a nice straight line, only moving that torso. So now we're wiggling our spine in a different direction. And if you hit a spot that feels pretty good to hold, I encourage you to hold it. Hold lots of tension in that back. So if it feels good, hold it. We're going to do one more big rotation with that torso. And then we're going to change direction. So when you come back to that hip hinge, we're going to change direction. So now going to the right and back, and to the left, forwards. And again, if something feels tight and you want to hold that position just for a few seconds, I encourage you to do that. Back and forth here. Again, exaggerate this rotation, pulling out all those muscles of the spine. We're going to do one more big rotation here. All the way around. Good. And then coming back to center here, moving those hips a little bit here. Now, if you have a wall or a chair or something that you can prop your arm against, we're going to do a little bit of a chest stretch. Okay, so I'm going to be using my railing here. So I'm going to face here. My right hand is going to come behind me. Okay, and then if you have that wall, we're pressing that hand into the wall, and then we're gently pulling that torso in front. So again, nothing forced here. We're stretching out that right chest muscle with our wall. Or it can even be a door frame, whatever you have. And I want you to slowly, I want you to creep that hand a little higher. Okay, a little bit higher here. Get into that lower chest muscle. And again, just trying to move those hips to the left here, deepening that stretch. And then I want you to go lower. Not straight back, but a little bit lower. All three angles of that chest. And then go ahead, relax that side, and then turn around. We're going to do the left arm here. So straight back, same exact thing here. We're going to pull that hip, and we're going to turn those hips here. Nice forward gaze. Keep that spine nice and neutral here. And again, nothing forced, just feeling a slight discomfort. Stretching out that chest. And again, we're going to walk that hand a little bit higher. Stretching out that arm even more. Nice big hold. And then again, coming below, a little bit lower of an angle. Perfect. Good. And then with that wall, I want you to face the wall. See if you guys can see me here. Okay. I want you to face the wall, both hands. I'm going to use my door. Both hands are going to go on the wall. And you're going to stand probably about arm's length away. And then I want you to slowly walk back. And then I want you to shift those hips back. Keep those arms straight. Really stretch out that back. Arms are straight here. Going as low as your body will let you. Relax the head down. Again, keeping your breath flowing here. Good. And if that's too much for you, you can always come out of it just a little bit. Otherwise, try to sink a little bit lower into that stretch. We're stretching out our lats in our back, our chest, all of our shoulder muscles here. Good. And then walking those feet back to shoulder width apart. Now we're going to move more to our lower body. So we're going to go into our runner's lunge. So all we're doing here is one knee's going to be down. My left knee's down to start. Right leg is up. And I want you to squeeze the left glute. I want you to actively squeeze it. And then I want you to shift those hips forward. You should feel a nice deep stretch here. Okay. Actively focus on squeezing that left side. It's a little bit deeper of our hip stretch here. And again, our hips can be nice and tight during the day because we sit a lot. So we're stretching out those hip flexor muscles. Good. Go ahead and relax that lunge. And then I want you to straighten the knee of the right leg. Okay, you can stay here, but we're going to forward fold over. So hands can find the mat, you can find your toes, you can tuck your nose to your knee, whatever is comfortable for you. But again, we're stretching out that hamstring. Good, gently coming back up here, bending that right knee, and I want you to walk that right foot off to the right. So now we're kind of in a wide lunge here. It can come off the mat, nice wide stance. We're going to stretch the inner thigh of the right side. So both hands will find the mat. If this is just enough stretch for you, that is okay. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can get those forearms to the floor. Okay, you can go as low as you possibly want here. Relax the head. That right knee is still bent. You should feel a nice deep stretch in that groin of the right side. And again, breathing here, trying to relax a little bit deeper into that stretch. Nice and mobile mobility of the hips. Forearms will come off the mat, hands find the mat here. Back to our lunge. Walk that right side back in here. And then I want you to switch sides. So left leg will come forward. Right knee's on the ground. Now we're going to do that exact same thing with our left side. So I want you to squeeze that right glute here. Shift those hips forward. I'm going to stretch out the hip flexor of the right side. Nice big pull here. Again, nothing forced. And then we're going to straighten out. Go ahead and relax that lunge. We're going to straighten out that left side. And again, touching the knee, touching the toes, the head to the knee, whatever's comfortable for you. Nice big stretch here. Good. Coming back out of that lunge. We're going to walk that left leg off the mat to the side. Same thing, we're going to stretch out that inner thigh of the left. So hands can find the mat. Again, if that's enough stretch for you, you can stay here or come down to those forearms. Whatever is comfortable for you. Again, nothing forced. Nice gentle stretch. Again, it shouldn't hurt. It should be slightly uncomfortable. We're working on our flexibility here. I'm going to hold it for a few more breaths. Again, every time you exhale, I want you to try to relax a little bit more. Relax the muscles, get a little bit deeper. And then when you're ready, palms can find the mat here, pushing up into our lunge. And then we're going to have both knees come to the floor here. And then we're going to gently sit back onto those calves. Okay, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can always sit cross-legged. Okay, but our next is going to be a quad stretch. So again, the front. So hands can find the hips here, and then we're going to gently tilt back. Hands can find the back of the mat if you would like. Okay, and we're pushing our hips forwards. So we're pushing those hips up. So we're stretching out those quads. You can push through the lower back, push through the hips. But again, every time you inhale and exhale, I want you to relax a little bit more. Push yourself just a little bit further with that stretch. Again, nothing forced. We're going to hold it. One more big breath here. Good. Coming out of that, crisscross on the floor here. Last one, we're going to do a few torso twists. So feet crossed. Last one here. Left hand will find the the right knee. Right hand will look behind. Okay, so from the side here, we're doing a nice gentle twist. I want you to look behind that right shoulder. Get the neck twisted as well. Nice left stretch here. Actively pull with that left hand if you want a deeper stretch. Nice big hold on this right side. Good, and when you're ready, relaxing back, right hand will find the left knee, same thing, left hand reaches behind you. Your gaze is looking over that left shoulder. Again, a nice big stretch here. Again, maintaining your breath, big inhales and exhales, relaxing into this stretch. And then coming back to center. That is it. We are done. Thanks for hopping on here, guys. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better than when you first hopped on. Other than that, thank you and have a great rest of